Hello, and welcome back to the Sometimes Serious podcast. My name is Lexi, and I'm very glad that you are here to listen. I thought today that I would talk about some movies because I love movies, and I decided 5 minutes ago that I want to record an episode on movies. I wrote down 4 movies that I've seen in theaters this year that I feel like I have a lot to talk about on, slash that I really love. Do not come for me and say that I haven't seen enough movies to give a critical analysis on it. I know that. I know. I wanted to see Materialist so bad because Pedro Pascal, obviously. I wanted to see Together. I think that's what it was called, with Dave Franco and Alison Brie, because everyone said that that was an amazing horror movie and those are my favorite, but I didn't see it. And I know that's like completely my fault. I really wanted to see them. I just wanted to see other movies more, unfortunately. So, without further ado, let's get into the movies. The first movie I have here is Mickey 17. I really like this movie more than I thought I would. I had low hopes for it since it wasn't my first pick, and it was like an alien movie, I thought, and that was like the end of it. But it highlighted issues going on in the world in a really unique way, which I don't even know if that was intentional, but they did. And just like the whole concept of like the aliens versus the humans is just like, it's a happy ending movie, and I loved it. And Mark Ruffalo, Robert Pattinson did a fucking amazing job. Toni Collette was, I don't want to say she was in it and then she wasn't in it, but I'm pretty damn sure she was in it. Yeah, she was in it. I think so. I'm looking this up. Pause. Okay, I can't find anything saying that she was in it, but I swear to God she was in it. Hold on. Yeah, okay, she was in it. I was right. Anyways, go watch it. It was super good. I don't have like a ton to say about the plot, but it was really good. I would watch it again. Next film that I have is 28 Years Later, directed by Danny Boyle, which I feel like I can't give the most holistic analysis on or opinion on or rating because I didn't know there were other films of the series until I got to the movie theater. The popcorn lady was like, "Oh my god, you're going to see 28 Years Later, that's so exciting." And I was like, "Yes, I'm so excited." They were like, "Have you seen the other movies?" I was dumbfounded. I have not seen the other movies, unfortunately. I have not seen them. And I was like, I had no idea there were other movies. So I feel like that just kind of takes away my power in this rating. But I'm still going to give you my opinion on it, of course. I went to go see it because Aaron Taylor Johnson was in it, which, hello. And it was a zombie movie. And how bad can you fuck up a zombie movie? That's just my opinion. Now, I thought it was very cool, which I didn't believe at first that it was shot on an iPhone 15. But it was, and I thought that was really cool that that was shot on a phone because I heard that it was filmed on a phone and I was like, you're fucking lying. No, it wasn't, but it was. So I think that's cool. I think the marketing for the movie was really cool, like with that Boots poem that was like 7, 11, 29. I don't know. It was just like saying a bunch of numbers, which I kind of went down a rabbit hole with that. Like, I guess it was used, or it was written about war, during war. And then they had somebody, like, record it. But, anyways, I thought the film was alright. I thought the plot really just did not flow well. Because the first quarter of the movie is, like, father-son bonding. Then the son's like, fuck you, dad. I'm gonna go help mom. So that's what he does. And then you just never hear from the dad again. That's the end of Aaron Taylor Johnson's part. At least from what I can remember. I might be lying. But I think that's what I remember. The kid's like, don't worry, mom. We're going to go find you a dock on the mainland. So the kid takes a freaking bow and arrow, and runs with his mom into the zombie land. After his dad told him not to. Wait. Pause. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson... No? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, the kid ends up finding the doctor. Spoiler alert. And then the doctor's like, ooh, mom has cancer. We should kill her. And then the kid's just, like, totally fine with it. Not, like, fine with it, but, like, isn't crying. Is just, like, lets the doctor walk off with his mom. And then takes her skull and puts it on top of a hill of skulls. That is, like, not enough context, but it'll make sense if you watch the movie. I'm not saying to not watch the movie. I thought it was, like, entertaining, but the plot didn't really make sense to me. And also, a zombie had his penis out, and I really just did not appreciate that. It was swinging all over the camera. I thought I thought the zombie guy was Jason Momoa. It's just a zombie that looks like Jason Momoa, actually. So, yeah. I don't know. I give it a 6 out of 10, but that's just my unprofessional opinion. Next, Sinners. I have nothing bad to say about this movie. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a 10 out of 10. I went into it with very low hopes, thinking that it was going to be some vampire film, which, like, it is. But I thought it was just going to be a vampire film, which, if you look at it on a shallow level, that's what it is. But, oh my gosh, it literally, like, changed my whole perspective on films. That's really dramatic, but it was really good. I loved the movie. I loved the symbolism. I loved the cast. Everybody was cast so perfectly. And I didn't know till I got to the theater that there were 2 Michael B. Jordans. Hello? The symbolism of the film between Irish slavery and black slavery in America, and just any sort of, like, Ryan Coogler did so amazing. He thought of literally every single detail he could. One of my favorite details that I noticed, which I know is like a, like, not shallow detail, but it's not, like, as cool as the other details that he included, was that when Remick, the vampire, his opening scene when he falls from the sky, you can see vultures. I think that's the bird. The vultures circling the top of the house. And when I saw this movie 3 times. When I went to go watch it with my boyfriend, he was like, yeah, vultures do that when something's about to die. Woo! That was genius. And then when I don't want to butcher that name. When the tribe comes and is like, ma'am, you gotta be careful. Did you let that man in your house? And she was like, no. But the birds are sitting on top of the house when she opens the door. And then she finds her husband dead. I need to look up the name of that tribe so that I get that correct. Choctaw. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I got that right. I thought just the way that the movie was tied together was so perfect. And the music, the soundtrack, still listening to it, oh my god. Rocky Road to Dublin, are you kidding? Pale Moon, are you kidding? Which I know I could literally dive deeper into this movie and be like, oh, the symbolism on this, symbolism on that. We know. If you haven't watched any explanations on the symbolism in Sinners, what are you doing? What are you doing? You didn't watch the movie, actually. You didn't watch the movie if you didn't watch the symbolism or explanations on the movie and the film analysis. Because, holy shit, Lordy, it was so good. I thought I literally just heard somebody whistling in my house and I'm home alone, and that really scared me. Hello. Anyway, next movie. This was up there with Sinners in best movies that I've seen all year, which I've seen a lot of movies this year. It was my goal to watch 30 new movies this year, which I reached, but I'm talking about in theaters, and that is Weapons. I did not know what to expect for this movie, and I was so pleasantly surprised. I was, like, just so excited to watch a film analysis on it, and the marketing for it was so good. It did not spoil the movie by any means. It left me with the ability to be completely surprised by what happens in the film. And let me just say, Josh Brolin, hello. hello. Just in that movie, though. Josh Brolin, hello. I don't like Josh Brolin outside of that movie. But hello. He did so good. Julia Garner did so good. Now, I had really low hopes in the sense that it was directed by Zach Cregger, which I know sounds so mean because I know that he's directed a couple of good films. But I hated Barbarian. But everybody said Barbarian was so good, and it took me like a year or two to watch it after it came out, and I was so disappointed. The movie just like it didn't tie together well in my opinion, and the plot like made sense but not really. Like they focus on the backstory of how that inbred monster thing like got in the basement, but like they focus on that for like 15 minutes of the movie, and then it's still like, okay, who is she? And then AJ Long's just like, AJ Long, oh my god, Justin Long, his character is AJ in the movie. But they focus on like the two victims in the first 30 minutes, which I was so excited that Bill Skarsgård was in it because it is one of my favorite movies of all time. It just did not flow together well. They focused for 30 minutes on like the first couple, and then they focused on Justin Long character for like an hour, and then the explanation as to how that monster got in the basement for like 10 minutes, and then the last 30 minutes is just her trying to kill them. It was weird. Anyway, but we're not talking about Barbarian. We're talking about weapons here, and that was so good. I loved that movie. I think the way that they tied together everybody's point of view was so good. And I think that, I mean, the director of the film said that there was like no symbolic meaning to the number 2:17 a.m. But it feels like there was. Because I saw theories saying, oh, 2:17 is like a Bible verse about children getting sacrificed, and that's how all the children, yada, yada, yada. Or there was a vote within the House about like gun laws and stuff like that, and it was like something with 2:17. I don't know. Which I know that's like very vague. There was some symbolism in it. Even if it was not intentional, it was there. And I thought the cast did so amazing. Austin Abrams, is that his name? The guy who plays James in that film. His range, hello. I was like, oh my god, I recognize him throughout the entire movie. And then I looked it up, and he was in Euphoria. And he plays like a nerdy kid in Euphoria. Euphoria. I don't know. I was really impressed with him. The jump scares in that film were so good. They were placed so well, timed so well. They like actually scared me. Like anytime I thought there was going to be a jump scare, it would be delayed like a little bit more. And I don't know, like my heart was racing the entire movie. I don't know, like it was just so good. It renewed my faith in modern day horror because I was so scared to go into this movie, and it turned out bad after everybody hyped up Longlegs last year, and it wasn't bad by any means. It just like wasn't as scary as I thought it was gonna be. This one lived up to the hype. And I recommend it to any horror fan or just any fan of movies in general, because I give it a 10 out of 10 again. That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. I had such a blast talking about all of these movies. Don't forget to follow Sometimes Serious Podcast on social media, and I'll see you guys next time.